Good morning, everybody. So, we are here for the message from universe. And today, in this message, it is vibrating at this nice sky blue. I Universe and I have picked the decks, and there's a feeling of some relationshipy kind of message coming out. So, the general feeling that I'm kind of getting is if there's been some kind of issue, maybe, or disturbance within a relationship between you and another person, that it's gonna pass, and that it's something that's gonna tell you something about yourself. That's just kind of like the general feeling that I'm getting. Okay, and universe says it's gonna be okay. All right. Okay, so let's the first deck that they picked out is the mediumship training deck. So there's going to be other messages in here too, but like overall I kind of feel like there's something about our relationship that's going to show up in here, out of the decks that have been chosen for today's message. Messages. Because within the one reading, within the one message, there's a lot of different messages. Okay. Let's see. Flower power. Okay, that's one. And then there's another one. Do any of you work with flower essences? I personally have had experience with flower essences, and they're really powerful. So you might want to go online and check out. Ooh, awesome. I love this card. Divine Nudges. Check out some flower essences, see what they are, see how they work, and they have different frequencies of different flowers that they kind of blend together sometimes, and it's something where they get the vibrational essence of the flower, and then you take them either directly under your tongue, or you take them in water. You just drink it with water, and over a period of time, and it helps to shift your energy. And they have different, like really awesome different ones where it's like tuning into your higher self, or like if you have any kind of specific emotion that you want to shift, like if you have anxiety, or you have some kind of you want to boost your confidence, things like that, right? So there are all these different ones that you can try. And just I'm not going to give any recommendations unless something comes up and universe says specifically, but go check it out for yourself. It's the first card that came out, so that might be a message for somebody specifically who sees this and says, yes, I want to work with flower power. I want to work with this. We're going to read the back. There might actually be some of you who are interested in using flower power in your work. So say if you're a healer or something like that, and you've been interested in herbs, interested in working with plants or something like that, that you might want to, or maybe you've already thought about this and it's like, oh, I need a sign from the universe that this is my direction. This is it, okay? Because especially with divine nudges right here, right next to it, that this is a sign. But maybe you want to look into this. If you don't already know about it, look into this and see if it's something you want to add to your healing practice. Okay, either for yourself or if you work with clients, and yeah, check it out. Okay. Flowers have a gentle way of touching our heart, our memories, and our soul. Their colors, shapes, fragrances, and beauty all provide hope and a sense of heartfelt inspiration. Flowers are capable of holding energy. Did you know that you can do a reading by holding a flower? It's important to experiment with different techniques when it comes to the development and unfoldment of your spiritual abilities. Flower clairsentience is another form of psychometry, the practice of using items infused with someone's energy. But in this case, you're holding one of nature's beautiful living creations instead of a watch or a ring or so on. Flowers are very sensitive and can easily absorb the energy of the person who has been holding them, enabling you to feel the energy that passed between two living things. Let's give this a try. Get a small group together, tell everyone to bring a flower, ask each person to take a few moments being totally still, infusing the flower with their energy. Everyone should then place their flower in a vase that you've placed in another room. You, the medium, must not know who brought which flower until the exercise is completed. Choose a flower and begin the reading. You may receive psychic information or a spirit loved one for the person. One single flower can act as a way to open the door to the spiritual realms. So, yeah, so check it out, the essences, and then also like what this card says about flower clairsentience, the psychometry of using a flower to read for someone or for yourself, whatever you may receive from flowers. But yeah, so if this resonates with you, give it a try and play around with it. Another thing that I'm getting from this is I've never actually tried this flower reading before, but I have done tree healings where if I'm walking through, a nature trail or path or park or something like that, and I find a tree that I like, I say hello to the tree, and then I just stand up with my back towards the tree. I mean, I feel I can stand like face to face with the tree and just like use my hands, like rub my hands together, and then just like feel the energy of the tree and allow the energy of the tree to come through my palms or something like that and engulf me. Or I turn around and I stand with my back to the tree, which is really strong too, because then the tree can just kind of like give me a hug in a sense, right, with its aura. And I could feel it all along my back and just let the tree's energy dominate my energy and kind of like ground me and calm me down, okay? And so that's really fun. And you may receive messages either from your spirit or from the tree essence, or just, any kind of like nature spirits and stuff like that. And so that's a cool thing to do, a tree healing. Okay. And then divine nudges. Synchronicities and so-called coincidences are clear signs that spirit is knocking at your door. These blessings and signs of grace are not just mere coincidences, but are evidence that you are and always will be connected to spirit. Spirit working through synchronicity can manifest in some unique ways. Some people refer to these occurrences as divine nudges. Examples of this include hearing the same phrase from more than one person in a day, or identical numbers repeatedly showing up in your life. Oh, just as I was starting to record this specific video, the time was 11:11, so that might resonate with some of you, okay? And also, just for myself, I've been seeing a lot of 11:11 and also 111. Okay, just on the time, just on the clock. So that's really cool. I always think of it as like universe saying hello to me, that I'm in alignment. It's just a little sign for myself, okay? So, have you met an individual out of the blue who seemed to answer a question that you were just asking yourself? These are all signs for you to pause, be open, pay attention, and most importantly, to acknowledge that Spirit is sending you a message. When you're developing your spiritual ability, Spirit knows how you need to develop and evolve and will continue to steer you in the direction for your highest good. You may not always follow Spirit's prompts, but you'll still be continually and gently nudged forward. By following the prompts and guidance, you'll notice how more people, situations, and synchronicities start to appear in your life. The more you begin to notice these meaningful divine nudges, the easier it is for them to multiply and give you spiritual guidance. Be open to synchronistic signs. Welcome them and act on them accordingly, for these are signs the Spirit is there to guide and help you. So as I was reading this, message came through with regard to both of these together. If you are wanting to receive a message from a loved one that's in the non-physical realm right now, that they are no longer in the physical realm, that you may receive flowers as a sign from them. So if somebody gives you flowers like out of the blue for no reason, that's like, even if it's coming from a physical person somewhere else, that's a sign from that person that you're thinking about that's in the non-physical realm also giving you flowers through this person as like a messenger. Okay. Also another thing is like some of you may smell flowers when there are no flowers around, and so that's psychic ability. What is it called? I think it's Claire Gustance or Claire Aliens. It's one of those. One of them is taste and one of them is smell, but it's the smell one, right? You may smell something that's not physically there, and that is a sign from your friend or relative or whoever it may be that's in the non-physical that's saying hello to you. Okay. I want to tell you a story because universe is reminding me of something that occurred to me personally that may be an example for you guys. So a few years ago, I went to visit the Queen Mary in Los Angeles, and that ship is kind of known for being haunted. and so my friend and I went on a midnight tour, just for fun, go on a haunted tour with like a professional psychic, right? So I was like, oh, this is cool. So showed up and went on this tour. And at this time, I had gone through my psychic training, but I was not practicing like professionally. I wasn't. I kind of pressed pause on that button, and I just wanted to grow spiritually on my own. So I wasn't reading anybody at that time. I wasn't really practicing psychically with clients or anything like that. But I was still developing just within myself, for myself. And so I go on this tour and we're looking at stuff, and I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to ghostly things. And also this is a time period before I have the understanding that I do right now in terms of what ghosts are, what different types of energies are and stuff like that, right? So this is a different me from an earlier time on my spiritual path, right? So I was kind of freaked out because like we were seeing bubbles in like orbs in the pictures that we all took, because the group tour, the group was big. There were a lot of people there, and people were taking pictures in the dark and they were seeing orbs, right? and my friend also had a camera and he was taking pictures, and we were looking at them. I was like, oh my god, right? And so the orbs were fine. I wasn't afraid of those. But then we went to this one extra creepy area, and there, somebody saw something, but like multiple people saw the same thing that wasn't part of our group. Like it wasn't a person that was part of our group when we entered the tour. So anyway, so all of that fun stuff happened. And if you ever go into that area and you wanted to go check out the Queen Mary haunted tour, I don't know if they still do it. This is a while ago, but it's worth it if you're into this just for fun. Okay. But the tour guide was a psychic lady, and she's really, really nice. And we were walking from one area to another area in like lit hallway or something like that. And since we were just traveling from one stretch of the boat to another stretch, then, and she was walking near me, we just had a casual conversation, me and her, right? And she was saying something, and then casually, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, hey, are you wearing this fragrance? And it was a fragrance that I used to have myself that I didn't have anymore, but I recognized it because it was very distinct, right? And I said, are you wearing that? Because I used to have that fragrance. And she looked at me and she said, I know which fragrance you're talking about because I went to that store today and I picked it up, and I picked up the bottle and I smelled it. Like, I didn't even spray it, so it's not on me, but I just smelled it, and then I put it back down. It was nice, but I didn't want to purchase it or anything, and I put it back down, and that's it. I didn't spray it on myself, and all I did was I just took a sniff to see what it smelled like. And and so she described what it smelled like, because I described what it smelled like, right, just to let her know which fragrance I was talking about. And she goes, I know exactly which one you're talking about because I picked up the bottle and I smelled it. And so I was just like, oh my God. And we both understood, like, I had psychically picked up the scent that she smelled, that she did not spray on herself. So it was not physically present on her, but that energy was still with her, and I smelled it on her. So that was really cool. So that's an example of how that would work. Like, you smell something that's not physically there, but it's in the energy. Okay. So somebody that you know might send you some flower scent in some way as a sign to say hello. Okay. All right. So that's that. So that's an example of how that psychic ability could manifest itself. Okay. All right. The second deck. This is the relationship. This is one of the relationship decks that came out, and yeah, getting into the vortex. That gave me the feeling that maybe some of you guys are wanting a relationship message of some sort to help out whatever situation you're in. I just get this feeling that it's like, whatever it is, it's not a bad thing, even though, you might find it to be an issue right now. But if you can understand it from like a higher perspective, you'll kind of see that this thing that's happening is happening for a reason, and it's helping both of you grow, but it's helping you to kind of reflect back to you something about yourself. Okay. By default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get a drink of water. Okay. Okay. Many of the relationships or experiences you have attracted, you would not have deliberately attracted if you had been doing it on purpose. But much of your attraction is not done by deliberate intent, but rather by default. It is important to understand that you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And chronic thoughts about unwanted things invite or ask for matching experiences. The law of attraction makes it so. Okay. So there may be someone, or for those of you where it's not about relationships, someone or something where you focused on some energy, some emotion, or something unwanted for a steady enough, consistent enough amount of time that the people that showed up around you, or that the things that showed up around you are a match to that energy that you put out. And you didn't do it on purpose, meaning like you meant to do it. You kind of did it because your vibration was just at that frequency for a while. So if you've been kind of complaining about something, or you've been sad or something like that, and you're just kind of emanating out into the universe, by the law of attraction, matching vibrations will come to you, right? So this a similar type of energy, people or thing, will show up in your space to kind of show you, for the universe to show you, hey, this is what you're putting out into the universe, this is what's coming back to you. And so for your spiritual growth, how that would help you is that if you see let's say you have a coworker, or like a boss, or somebody who's kind of a certain way that you don't like, and you're like, I really don't like this person, or we don't get along, or just some kind of thing that irritates you in some way, right? You're like, why is this person in my life? That's why there's something that you're emanating out there that creates the kind of relationship that you have with other people, okay? And so this is a good thing, because then it gives you awareness that I have control. I have control over what I put out, and then therefore what I receive back, right? So that's not to say that you have to get rid of this person, or that you have to leave in any way. All it means is all you got to do is shift your vibration, shift your energy, shift what you focus on. And then when you shift what you focus on, either these things or these people will leave your energy, leave your reality, or they will shift their energy themselves and also show you only the like if you shift your energy to appreciation, from being irritated or frustrated or annoyed or something like that, right? And you shift yourself to appreciation, and now you're vibrating mostly at appreciating kind of anything that you see out there, that you could find the positive aspect of it. That then that same person might show up one day and be in a cheerier mood, and only interact with you when they're feeling good, and then when they're back to their annoying self, they might be either elsewhere in the office, or like they might just it's just they won't show that part of the frustrating or the irritating part of them to you anymore. So at at my other job that I do, I see a lot of the same people sometimes, right? And so there are some people that I see, every time I go to that place, that I kind of got the feeling like they didn't like me very much, even though we don't know each other, but we see each other often. It's just in passing, right? But I just kind of got the vibe that I was like, maybe this person's not in a good mood or something like that, right? Or maybe my own energy kind of hit them the wrong way or something like that. And they just don't seem that happy, to see me. Or that was my personal perspective of it anyway. But what happened was that there was this one day, I had received a message from universe about just my own energy, right? And about how I see the world and something like that. And something shifted in me, and I felt better just within myself. And then I went to work, and then I went to that place, and I saw that same person, and that same person all of a sudden treated me completely different. Said, hi, good morning. And I was like, oh wow, like this person can be nice. And then I realized, like, it's not that person, it was me. It was the energy that I was putting out that kind of caused that person to react to me a certain way. And now that my energy shifted, now when I see that person, he's happy to see me, and he's kind, and he's nice, and he's appreciative, and so pay attention to that. So for you guys, if you're having a personal relationship with someone, whether it be like a romantic relationship, your partner, or like a family member, or even somebody like less close to you, like just an acquaintance of somebody, or like maybe a work relationship, pay attention to that. Like, however you feel within your interaction with these people, there's something you're taking part in it, you know, like they're taking part in it too, but it's a co-creation. Like your energy, if you shift it to the way you want, how you want your relationships to go, will change the interactions you have, okay, with these people. All right. Affirmators evening mantras. This little raccoon is so cute. So cute. Let go, unwind, and help yourself without the self-helpiness. So cute. Okay. I'm a bubbling fountain of gratitude for the trillions of ways my life is going right. I might forget to talk about them, but I sure can take a moment to think about them. So that goes perfectly with that message right there about the shifting your energy so that you can attract the kind of relationships that you do want, right? From the very same people, you know, you can, right? Or the universe might just bring you a whole new set of other people. But I like how I was looking at this and I was thinking about how when you're before you go to sleep and you think about all of the good things in the world, and it goes so perfectly with the card that came out from it. Let me stretch my arms so we can put that up there. But so consider doing that maybe before you go to sleep, right? That you can be a bubbling fountain of gratitude and just go through a list of things that you appreciated about your day and the stuff that's going right in your life, and help set your energy before you go to sleep. And then so when you wake up in the morning, the next morning, that you'll be in a higher frequency when you wake up the next day. And then maybe if you do that consistent enough, and actually if you do that consistently enough and you actually do shift your energy, then your relationships will change too, okay? I like how they're using like a wishing fountain right here. If you have like if you pass by a wishing fountain, or like if you have one near you, or if you have like a pond or a lake and you want to make a wish, because that's also setting energy, right? When you make a wish for something and you throw you know, whatever you want to throw. If you want to throw a coin, or if you want to even just throw a little rock, like make an intention with a little rock and throw it into a pond or something like that. That can help set your energy. Okay. There's all sorts of little games that you can make up for yourself to help shift your energy. Because there are really no rules, you know, with this energy stuff. Okay, so we have Tarot Nova. This came out already, right when I start shuffling. The Hermit talks about listening within, kind of honing in on your own energy, spending some quiet time by yourself, right? To listen into what's happening inside yourself, what your messages from your spirit are to you. Because his eyes are closed, I'm also getting that message about sleeping. I mean, the raccoon's eyes are open right here, but there's something about the bedtime that if pay attention to what you think about before you go to bed, or like maybe when you wake up in the morning, like the times when you still have your eyes closed, pay attention to what messages are coming through or what thoughts are going through your own mind, and see if you're receiving messages from your spirit, or if it's your busy mind just kind of like focusing on things that are not serving you, to clear them up. There's a lot coming in about like just the awareness of your energy. Pay attention to, because you know, it's really important to know, and it's reiterating what we were talking about right here with the what you attract by default, right? It's just whatever your energy is focusing on, that's what comes to you. So whatever shows up in your reality is what's in your energy, right? And so if you could spend some time and pay attention to your energy, you'll notice the patterns of what's going on in your mind and then what's showing up out here in the reality. And that's really powerful to know, because a lot of the world think that life is random and chaotic and you can't control it and you can't predict it, but you create all of it. In actuality, you create all of it, and that's power to know that. Okay, there's two more. Oh, all right, so these two wanted to come out together, but I think are we gonna pick one more? Yeah, there's one more. So this is the Eight of Pentacles, that talks about focus, that talks about work, that talks about consistency, talks about like practical effort in doing something, which brings the Six of Wands, the success, the recognition, the achievement, the the crown on your head, saying you're the master of your, you know, of your life, right? Of your reality, right? So let's get the last card first. But what I was in connection to what we were talking about with the Hermit is, if you will spend some time and like pay attention to the energies that are, you know, around in your space, and you work consistently on clearing that energy out to set your energy at a frequency where it's something that you want to create for yourself, that's where you get your success, is the consistency of that effort of doing that. Okay. But in terms of anything else that you're creating in your life, like your work, or even if you're working on your relationship or something like that, that's where the success comes from. It comes from that practice, you know, the Eight of Pentacles, that work. You have to practice it. You have to practice your appreciation. You have to practice your gratitude. You have to practice, if you're training psychically, you have to practice and train yourself to pay attention to the divine nudges that come through. And if signs come through, don't say to yourself, oh, it's just a coincidence, I don't really believe that bird is talking to me, I don't believe that tree is talking to me. Like, you have to open up yourself to receive from the universe, and trust what you do receive. That takes effort, that takes practice, that takes consistency. And when you do anything consistent enough, you will receive success. Okay, because then you become a master at it, at whatever your pursuit is. Ooh, that's a big message for somebody out there, for a lot of you out there. With consistency and practice, the success has to come, because you become a master at whatever it is that you're working on. Okay, so that just needed repeating, because that's like a big message. Okay, last one from this deck. Queen of Swords. Being very eagle-eyed, being very clear about your focus, being very clear about your words, about what your mind is on. This, along with what was said here about that second line, I might forget to talk about them, but I sure can take a moment to think about them. If you want to speak the things, if you want to speak the things that you want to create in yourself, like like a affirmation or something like that, or the appreciation that you're feeling. Like as you go through your list of gratitude items, if you go through your list of the things that you appreciate, actually speaking them out loud will help focus that energy too. So so say you're in bed, or if you sleep with somebody, you may, and you want to do this, on your own time, maybe do it in the bathroom before you go to bed, or however your living situation is, right? If you need the privacy for that, or you can do it with your partner too, say it to each other, that's cool. But this right here about being clear about what your intention is, speaking it out loud, and also speaking and writing it if you can, but mostly I'm kind of seeing speaking for this one right here. Speaking it out loud into words will help focus that energy of whatever it is that you're appreciating, and make it more solid, making that frequency more solid. That's kind of the message that I'm getting on there. But also, the thing about the Queen of Swords and that clarity, you can be very detailed in terms of what you're wanting to create. It's kind of like what you say specifically can come true. That's kind of the message I'm getting, the frequency, so say you're wishing for something, or you're asking for something, or you're trying to create something specific, that if you will clear your energy and work on it, within the success, a very specific dream or a detail of some sort could manifest from you doing this manifestation process. Being very clear about what it is that you're trying to create. I'm just getting this image, or this feeling of like sharpness, pinpointing, very specific. Okay. Being very specific. Yeah. Okay. Whispers of Love. So this is the second relationship deck that came out. So if you're doing affirmations about, like, say, a specific person that you're wanting to see certain aspects of their personality, or experience certain aspects of their personality, and you're trying to create it in the reality of your relationship, right? Speak specifically how you want to feel within this relationship with this person. There's something about speaking, and there's something about being specific. So apply that to your situation, and you can actually see that emerge and present itself, either in that person's personality or in some interaction that you have with them. It's really cool. And then when you see that happen, you'll kind of like know the power that you have to create, exactly what you want in your life, in any aspect of your life, and not just relationships, or not just that relationship, right? Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Ooh, and it's a number 11. Let's take a look at the book for this. Number 11. The angels are asking you to dig deep inside your inner self. The strength is in you. Though it may not feel like it right now, you will be able to push through this. Believe in yourself and know you already have the power you need within you. When you are in a state of empowerment, you can live from a natural state of peace. Being stressed or afraid is not a natural way of living. Try to figure out what is challenging you and disconnect from whatever is creating stress. Establish boundaries and take back your personal power. So that might speak to some of you, where I was saying earlier, the general feeling that I'm getting from this relationship message is like if you're having some issue within a relationship, that that it'll talk more about, or it will talk about something that's gonna grow inside yourself, and so this is it. Okay, your inner strength. This is an ideal time to develop a new way of thinking. What has been dominating your thoughts? Are you caught up in old patterns? You have control over your feelings. Remind yourself that you have the inner strength to tackle whatever you are currently facing. A crowned goddess is holding a delicate and translucent ball in her hands. At the center of the ball, there is a solitary female. This may refer to feeling small or blocked. The emphasis of the goddess's crown symbolizes higher knowing. You have more power than you realize. Believe in your inner strength. Okay? So you can kind of look at this like maybe this is the human you that's inside the little ball, and this is the God version of you. And it's like realize that you are actually this, and that you actually have a lot of power to create within your reality, okay? And you're stronger than you realize. And I love how the crown showed up here, and the crown also showed up in the Queen of Swords. And it's like all along here we were talking about you being the master, right? And you recognizing your power. So that's perfect how that card came out. All right, last one. Oracle of Shadows and Light. Look for some signs that come through. Your spirit and your spirit team are actually, they're giving you a lot of messages. And I feel like maybe for some of you, you haven't totally been paying attention because maybe there's too much other energies going on. Maybe you're distracted by things, or maybe even distracted by, like, if you're having a relationship issue, that this is taking up so much of your, the issue is taking up so much of your attention that you're not even hearing your spirit talking to you, or your spirit team leaving you signs. And they're saying there's a lot of messages that are coming through to you. You might actually want to try that tree thing if you can find a large tree somewhere where you are, and just be quiet, like be a hermit and go stand next to a tree and allow yourself to clear your energies. Let the tree clear your energies, and then receive the messages that your spirit team is giving you. Okay, last one. Yep. Magical space clearing time. So there's so much about this whole reading that talks about this space clearing, right? About healing, right? Because we talked about it here with flower power. We talked about it here. We talked about it here. Clearing your energies here. So it's like, yeah, let's look at the book for this one too. But it's whether your situation at the current moment is about healing relationships, or just about like clearing energy within yourself to find the clarity within yourself, when with the Queen of Swords, or if it's about your career success or anything like that. Everything is really about becoming aware of quieting down, and then becoming aware of the energies that are going on in your space, and then just kind of assessing where you are, right? And then as you clear the energies and clear your space, that your vibration will gradually move up higher and higher, and you will achieve success. Because that is kind of the general feeling that I'm getting from this, which is what I said in the beginning about if it's in regards to relationships, but even if it's in regards to other things, where it's like universe wants you to know everything is okay, and it's like whatever is going on in your reality right now, in your energy right now, it's kind of a space for you to personally develop yourself. It's for personal growth. Okay, so look to your inner strength. But let's take a look at the last card right here, number 30. Oh, this is cute. It rhymes. Okay. About the two little witches. From out of the shadows come the two little witches, solemn and sincere. They fix you with their clear green and blue gaze, and ready you for the magic that is the broom they are about to pass on to you. And what is the magical secret of this broom? Why, that is that it can sweep clear any old stale energy that is lurking about you at the moment. Take this broom and see it whisk all by itself once, twice, three times, widdershins around your house, your hearth, your home, and it will clear out all that is hiding in the shadows of the corners and underneath of the rooms of your soul and home. Widdershins is the traditional direction of clearing energy. Have you ever watched the movie Practical Magic? This is perfect time, since Halloween is coming up. Go watch that movie. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies. They actually do this within the movie at one point, this space clearing, and it's very. I love that scene when all the witches came together and cleared the house. But yeah, and also if your space, if it's like your workspace or your home or whatever it is, or maybe even your car, maybe it can benefit from some clearing, right? Actually physically clean it, because when you clean an environment, it actually changes the energy of the environment, right? And open your windows and stuff like that to let fresh air in, let in some sunshine, and that'll help clear the energy of your environment. And then also in that way, it can help benefit you, your personal space, right? In your own aura. Where were we? It means against this. Oh, okay. Widdershins is the traditional direction for clearing energy. It means against the sun, and in the northern hemisphere, to go widdershins is to direct energy in a counterclockwise direction. In the southern hemisphere, it is to direct energy clockwise. When it is done, they clap their hands 3 times, and the broom returns to their arms, and they move on to the next home that needs their help. But now that is done, what will you fill your space and your life with? That is the greatest, the trickiest choice of all, but one which only you can make. The little two witches speak. Out, out, and from within, we cleanse the space from trouble and din. Out, out, let all be gone, and make this space a cheerful home. We are here to cleanse and clean. We are creatures in between. We will work from dusk till dawn to ensure energy is reborn. We leave it clear and bright and blank. And for this task we ask no thanks, but we do wish you well in this. May all brought in create your bliss. So for those of you who want to practice a little craft around your home or around your space, if it's your office space, your car space, whatever, and you want to do this little spell, right? Go ahead and you can screenshot this. I'll try to leave my fingers out so you can see this more clearly. And speak this into your space as you clear, or maybe after you clear the space. That'll be fun. Yeah, just, do it for fun. Do it for fun. No harm done, right? Now that rhymes too. Hey, this is editing me, and as I was editing the video, I realized that when I was reading this, I left out the last part of the message from the book. So I'm going to insert it right here. Divination message. Make the mundane work for you. It's time to conduct a house clearing, followed by a house blessing. Here is an easy pointer. New locations. Either the smallest of changes for household objects, or rearrangements of what goes where in your bedroom, or an entire move is very much on your mind when these twin witches show up with their brooms of power. If there's anything keeping you back from making that change, please make small, useful, and symbolic gestures. Shift the furniture and clear away what you no longer need. Whenever we make a change, we always rediscover stuff we've been hanging on to, stuff that's weighed us down without our even realizing it was there. Time for a space clear for you. Okay? All right. Okay, you guys, so that is a message from universe. I hope you guys are having a lovely autumn or spring wherever you are, and have a good one, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.